you had a lot of ups and downs.
Oh, yes.
So 2006 was kind of the beginning of Lucid Books, and recently you went through kind of a hiccup, I'll say,
That's very kind, actually.
on the roller coaster.
Yes.
So tell me more about what you've experienced in the last just 6 months.
Yeah. So one of my lowest levels of giftings is bookkeeping and accounting.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot in the last few years, but we began to realize that we've incurred quite a bit of debt at the pace we were growing. Demand was increasing, sales were increasing, and in the summer, early fall, we began to realize that our current debt load, the way it's currently structured, is hampering growth and could ultimately kill our company. It could destroy it, put us out of business. And you start realizing, like, okay, there's got to be changes put in place. And I believe it's great that we caught it when we did, but we began to realize that, okay, we're going to need some outside funding. We're either going to need to restructure the debt with traditional bank, a lender, or we're going to need to find investors.
So when you came to me,
Yeah.
at the moment you said, I need a business plan.
Yeah.
Tell me more about how you decided to work with me, and tell me
Yeah.
a bit about what you're hoping to use your business plan for specifically.
Sure. Well, I came to you because I'm a sales guy, and people who know me, they trust me. They tell me, what's your plan? I'm like, to continue killing it. I mean, that's my plan. You know, I'm going to publish books, and we're going to sell more books, and we're going to keep getting after it, but we got to deal with this. Why don't we refinance? I was willing to give away the house on interest, and I was like, I mean, just like in general, and a friend of mine said, hey, have you heard of Ashley Cheeks and her company? I said, no, who? And he said, well, here, go check this out. And I went to your website, which I thought was fantastic. I watched your video. I called you. You were very responsive. And the reason I decided to work with you is because you're an extremely important aspect of many people's teams, because entrepreneurs like me have the big vision and idea and can explain where we're coming from. But when you're dealing with people with large amounts of money and needing investors and things like that, you have to communicate your vision and tell a whole story in order to be able to help people see where you're headed. And so I can paint that picture verbally, and I provided you with the content you needed, but I was desperate to have someone with experience tell that story in an honest and accurate way, and then communicating all the business jargon and number stuff and making it look nice and to where people see it. And that was a profound turning point in our company. And I'm not saying that just because we're chatting here today. I'm saying that because it was literally a profound moment where it just once again emphasized the importance of finding the right people and putting them in the right place to do the right job. And absolutely it was the right job, because I was then able to take what we worked on together and what you produced and send it to these investors. And they said, yeah, you told me about that. It's good to see it on paper. It's good to hear that. I like the comparisons with other companies. I like to see the growth of the industry. And like I said to you many times, it's the smartest thing I've done in business, because before that, it was very difficult to get anyone to pay attention to what I was saying, even if I made a slideshow. And I sent you a PowerPoint I put together of, like, you know, and you're like, you've got something better here than you think. You don't have to give away that much. You know, let's think through that. And with your expertise, we were able to capture the story and communicate it very well, and be able to attract some generous options for funding our company. One of the main things I was blown away by, not only with the business plan, which was outstanding. I mean, I've literally had people say it's the best they've seen. Like, and I mean, we're not talking about, you know, grandma and grandpa who, you know, or me and my dad taking my DJ company, right? I'm talking about bona fide investors saying it's one of the best business plans they've ever seen, because you took a really good idea and you helped make it so much better. You organized it, you communicated it. And so it earned me conversations with people. It earned me some no's. You know, you have to be used to the no if you're going to ask. It helped clarify where I need to go and who I need to go after, right? So it niched down my target for funding. And it got me an invitation to come meet with somebody that has generously stepped in and intends to continuously step in, while also earning me audience with other potential investors that we're continuing to meet with.
Yeah, you were actually one of 2 clients I've ever had local. Most
Really?
of my clients are in another state or in another country. And so to have you local like this, and for this to be our first meeting, and
Yeah.
the plan was done 3 months
I mean, I literally met you about an hour ago.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting to think about, and
And what I loved is you not only made some adjustments I needed, but you gave me workable files so that as our company grows, it's adjustable as well and helps us to really, work on that as well.
part of my job is to make sure that you have something that actually is leverageable going forward and something that doesn't hurt to put together to begin with.
Yeah.
So having something that is quick and easy, an hour phone call, something that doesn't cause you pain to think about. My job is to make it as easy for you as possible through a quick phone call, through quick delivery, and through easy manipulation going forward. And it sounds like that's something that you got out of
Crushed
it, which is
You crushed it. You killed it. Yeah. So I'm ready to do another business plan. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it was a fantastic experience.
I'd be glad to work with you again.
We'll be on it.